This is VIDYANAG'S radio station 024. You are listening to the man who has been inspiring many, infusing success since 1988. This is your VIDYANAG. Gangotri, the small stream which starts in Uttarakhand in the Himalayan ranges, goes on to become a huge river, which is also called as Bhagirathi or Ganga or the Ganges. Flows down to a lot of places and reaches the sea. Now, a similar story, a life story of a wonderful young girl, I would say, who hails from Calcutta, the river of Ganges, the city of Ganges, and then from there she flows down to two different cities of India, Mumbai, and finally lands up in Namma, Bengaluru. And that's where I'm meeting her and interviewing her. Very interesting girl. In the very small age, she has been doing a lot of things which, for the age of 26, I feel, as a young lady, as a young girl, it's difficult for many to even think of. The journey for her has started, and I'm sure she will go a long way to prove herself in this world. All this is for I'm about to talk to a girl whom you will listen in her own voice. The first interview by VIDYANAG in the VIDYANAG'S radio station 024, inspiring many, infusing success. Keep listening. This is VIDYANAG, inspiring many, infusing success. You are listening to a unique interview in this talk show by VIDYANAG, the Talk Master. I have with me somebody who is very, very unique and very interesting. An introvert turned into ambivert. Her journey starts from there. And if I start talking about her complete profile, I would be probably taking 25 minutes or so. And if you see this completely hyper little girl, I would like to say, and if you see her, she looks like a small teenager, a cute teenager as such. Okay, and I have Sonali DUTTA with me. Now, instead of me telling all about what she has done, what she has undergone, I would like you to listen from her own words. But definitely I would like to tell you that her tagline is what I was very, very impressed. The Sonali, the Introvert. She is flowing everywhere. She is flowing. She has got Guinness Book of Records. She's an NLP trainer. She's a lot of things to her credits. And she's even authored a book. And at the age of, very young, she could not find a mentor. And you know what she did? Very interestingly, when we could not find a mentor, normally we will be in the dark looking here and there, but she herself is now a mentor. And she's running a gym of a totally different kind, not the one which brings the six packs, but a completely different kind of a gym. So let's say hello to this lovely girl. Sonali, hi.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I was smiling throughout. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah. Uh,
I can see your smile. I can see your smile because I have seen you. I known you, and I have seen your energy and bubbliness wherever you are, whether you're online or offline, and that's great. Welcome to my show, Sonali.
Thank you so much, sir. It's such an honor. I'm very glad that I could make this happen. And thank you so much for calling me.
I cannot ask you this question. Let me ask you. Start by asking you this question. You don't have to answer this. If you choose to, what is your age?
I'm 26.
So, should not ask young ladies or young girls' age, but she has been bold to answer that. But definitely, she never ever looks that. I think I'll be
So
posting her.
that's why I answered.
That's nice. That's nice. And 26 years, and nobody can imagine when I was 26, I did not know even 25% of what Sonali has achieved and done today. And I really feel proud of you, Sonali. I mean, that's a great thing. Can you start talking and tell me the Gangotri, the river where it starts from Calcutta, right?
Yes,
The,
yes,
the
that's
huge
right.
Ganges, the huge Ganges starts very small somewhere in Gangotri, and it starts flowing. I
Yes,
love that.
yes, absolutely. So I am from Calcutta and born and brought up there. And I think, I've had a very difficult time in my childhood to be very expressive or be open about my thoughts or how to talk to people or how to just stand up for myself. I used to be, what in corporate language they call yes men. I used to be a yes man, and it was very
Mhm.
easy to get my support because I didn't have thoughts of my own, or rather I did, but I didn't have the courage to put it out there. So I was always the follower of the gang, the supporter, the one who plays it safe, things like that. And after a while, once I got to high school, I understood that the loud ones, even though they really don't have much to offer, since they were loud, they were out there, they were being noticed, easily. They were being offered opportunities which the silent ones were not getting, or rather deserved more, right? And
Mhm.
I felt it was quite unfair. But even though I was studying in the school forever, I that was my only school ever since I got into education. The teachers knew me, faculty knew me. They didn't really see a leader in me. All they saw was a
Mhm.
follower, just another student who does well,
Hey,
who.
Sonali, come here. Sonali, do this. Sonali, do that.
Absolutely, sir. It was
Yeah.
like they respected me, they liked me, but they never
Yeah.
saw somebody who can lead,
Hmm.
right? And because they didn't see, neither did I. But I wanted to lead after a certain point. But again, I lost opportunities. So I thought, okay, maybe I should be a bit more vocal. I have to work on my personality. I have to work on my socializing skills. I have to be more out there. And I think that's when this thought was the origination of my journey, and I'm still doing it. I don't think I'm there yet. I think it's a process, but I have been able to overcome quite a bit. That's why the first line of my introduction is introvert turned ambivert. I don't think I can be an extrovert, but I'm able to become much more social than I was very
Hmm.
very young at that age.
So when you say ambivert, you choose to be talking to people with whom you would like to, and then otherwise you go back to into a shell, or
No,
would you like to?
actually, I have grown to love socializing. I
Hmm.
think I was just scared because I didn't have somebody to tell me that, not all people will judge you. I think it's just about finding the right kind of people. For me, I just painted everybody in the same brush and thought, okay, this is how it is. Maybe I am not cool enough or I'm not smart enough. Teenagers have a lot of these thoughts that I'm not
Right,
there,
right, right.
I'm not good
Yeah.
enough, right? And I felt
Mm.
the same way. But I think I just wanted somebody to tell that, neither is anybody else. Everybody has their own flaws. But I took my
Yes.
time to realize it.
Hmm.
But now I think I've gotten very comfortable in my skin. I think I whoever I am, whatever I am, I cannot change my absolute core. And I think ultimately that's what people like me for. And I've grown to like myself. I think it all starts by liking yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Even today, I like myself when I stand before the mirror. My wife keeps scolding at me. Okay. So very interesting journey. So then what happened? Like when did you leave Calcutta, or what was your next thing that the first thing which happened to you which you liked it?
So actually, I was in Calcutta for quite a bit. I did my college there, I started my work there, and then I was drifting from a mainstream career of having a job and a well settled, income source, or going for masters or high education, to something very different. I was, trying out new things, and I understood that from a very early age I was very fond of the stage.
Hmm.
I understood that I love the crowd, the cheering, the audience. I mean, whoever has been on the stage knows what I'm talking about from the audience. I'm sure you know it, sir. It's a
Absolutely.
different
I
kind of
keep
love.
I keep telling. I think you must also have the same thing. Stage is my weakness. If I see stage, I would like to be on that, not on the other side of it.
Absolutely. I say that stage is my first love. I
Yeah.
remember when I did
Yeah.
the Josh Talks, I
Yes.
said that it's been my love when I was very small. I started dancing. My mom put me in dancing school, and I was not that great at it. Although
Hmm.
3 4
Hmm.
year old, you won't know. But
Yeah.
from there, I went to dance, to music, to speaking, to training, and now
Hmm.
a bit of everything all at once. And an entertainer, when you're on the stage and people are watching you, the spotlight's on you, you're supposed to make sure that people on the other side have a great time, right?
Absolutely.
So I think that's where my strengths fell into it. Like, coming from a person who couldn't even talk to their very close friend or their sibling, to a person who now wants to go on the stage, has been on the stage. I think that's personally a very big achievement for me, because I know how scared I used to be.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And then I was in Calcutta. I was doing a lot of these speaking events. I was being called to colleges, and I sort of found that I had, hit a pause. When you become static, and you understand that, okay, you have reached a certain level in this, and you need to
Hmm.
upgrade, do something else.
Hmm.
So I challenged myself. I said, okay, can I do whatever I'm doing right now in a different city? Because in your home ground, that's your home ground, right? You cannot hit
Right.
constant sixes and be like, I'm the king. You go
Mm.
to a different land and then score the same level. So then, okay,
Yeah.
I'll go to Mumbai and Bangalore, two of the biggest cities.
Hmm.
And I told my parents that I've saved some money from my client engagement stuff, and I'm not going to be around for a month. I will be 15 days in Mumbai, 15 days in Bangalore. I have my friends. I'm going to crash with them. I have made contacts with people through online, modes, just to meet and to see what do these cities have in store for me.
Okay.
And Mumbai, people talk about Mumbai as a city of dreams and everything. I've been going to Mumbai for a while as a child, but
Hmm.
somehow I was not very drawn to it. I went because I had a couple of friends, but it was heavily raining. I went in August 2019. It was raining, nothing could be done. And
Okay.
15 days had passed. Money was gone, time was gone, a bit of
Hmm.
my self esteem was also gone.
Mm.
And I remember very vividly, I took the flight from Mumbai to Bangalore, and I told myself, I have to make something happen. And I walked away with an offer that I could not reject, rather, I did not want to reject, a dream offer of starting my own company. I met my current co founder over there in a very, random move of events. I met a lot of interesting people. I was part of a Guinness Book of World Record just because I wanted to go out. I think that is the only thing that I tell people, that I never planned any of this, honestly speaking. If somebody were to tell me that if you land up here at this perfect time, you would get this, I would laugh at their face. But there was no planning, it was just a hope and just putting yourself out there. And that really helped me. And that's what I'm doing till now. I think that's my success mantra. Everybody has their own. This is mine. Just don't think of anything. Whatever you want to do, go
I,
do it.
I understand the rivers don't choose their path, they just flow wherever they feel they need to flow.
Absolutely. So that's a great way of looking at it. Actually, I'll tell you. See,
Yeah.
there's a quote by Bruce Lee, right?
Uh-huh.
He
Yeah.
says, "Be like water, my friend."
Mm.
And that was my inspiration. I thought, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put my first name, and instead of my last name, my surname, I'll put something different. And
Mm.
endless basically means there's no boundaries, right?
Yeah.
So I am not limited that to do only this one thing or to be this only one person. And river basically means that you can take the shape of anything. So you're
Yeah.
flexible, you're adaptable. That's a great quality too. So I thought, okay, let's
Yes.
mix and match things up, and that's how the name came about.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really fascinated by the name which you have for yourself, and that's something which caught my attention the moment I read about you. And of course, Bangalore was lucky to embrace you and give you whatever you thought you could take, and that opportunities came along. But I would also like to give credit to your parents who left you flow into what you wanted to do. Mumbai, Bangalore. I mean, that's how I look at it. Am I right?
Absolutely. I think, if it was me as a parent, I would be terrified to know that what is this girl gonna do,
Yes.
right? But I think somehow they had the faith in me, and they pushed me and they supported me. And of course, I'm sure they had their own fears that they didn't,
Apprehension. Yes, yes.
apprehensions. And sometimes they would slyly tell me that, I think you should settle down and, think of a career. And, because, things are going forward, you're getting older, opportunities will not be as frequent, right? So
And you are looking beautiful also. Some boy might smile at you and you might fall in love. And I think that's what they were expecting.
actually, my mom will kill me when she hears this, but my mom is quite the opposite. She is of the idea that you should not get married unless you're completely independent. And the only thing you have to offer is love. And
Hmm.
the only thing you need is a companion. Everything else, you are self-sufficient. So till you reach there, do not come to me with any propositions.
Oh,
So,
excellent, excellent.
yes.
So find the right man or the boy for you and then come to me. Once you are done with everything, what you feel you have to achieve, or, you have found your journey, in fact, achievement, that till we go back to the God whenever it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Then, can you talk about your book or other things like NLP certifications and a lot
Sure.
of things I have.
Absolutely. So, I was on a very strict personal branding journey. That's when the name Sonali the Endless River came about. Now I have slowly moved into my full name, which is Sonali Datta. But
Hmm.
online people do know me in with that brand name. So I had a website where I was, guest interviewing people, and I
Okay.
had kind of gotten connected to this one guy who was a author and a publisher back in
Hmm.
Pennsylvania. That's the beauty of the internet, you can reach anywhere.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I interviewed him, very nice, a couple of things he told. I asked some questions. He said it was a blog interview, not a video or an audio. that's that
Hmm.
that's was the time when blogs were actually,
True.
the thing back.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, after a while, we were still in touch. He kept on asking me, he was following me. He used to
Hmm.
comment and just keep in touch, how people online do. And then one fine day, he texted me and he said, Sonali, I'm planning on a multi-authored book.
Okay.
And I want to feature 14 women across the globe with their unique stories. And I
Hmm.
think you fit the criteria. So if you're up for it, I would like you to, contribute a chapter, contribute your story.
Hmm.
So that's how it, again, without any planning whatsoever, right? And I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, it's a great opportunity. Why not? And I remember it became a really huge deal because so many 14 authors, of all different age groups, different, backgrounds, doing different things all around the world, contributing for one single book. And then after that, during lockdown, we did this one, webinar kind of thing, which was called Virtual Empowerment Summit, where all the
Hmm.
women came together for the very first time. We hadn't even met each other. So due to the
Okay.
lockdown, we met online. We were like, oh, you're this, I read your chapter, I remember this, I remember that. So we became friends. Just,
Hmm.
we had done a project. That was one. And then there was another
What's the
opportunity.
name of the book? What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Power Up Superwoman. It's on
Power Up
Amazon.
Superwoman.
Superwoman.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Okay.
on Amazon.
Power Up Superwoman. I will have a look at that. Yeah.
For sure. And another opportunity came up where very, again, very surprisingly, there was a book the thickest book in the world till now, which is of 13,000 or something pages,
My God.
more than that. And over there, what happens was, they were searching for authors to contribute again, and there were different categories. So I said, okay, I'm going to contribute. And I contributed a chapter, I think, which was related to lockdown, life in lockdown or something like that, influence in lockdown. And there were all kinds of categories because so many 1,000 authors were there. I'm one of those 1,000, one drop in the ocean, but still. And it is featured in India Book of Records and Asia Book of Records. So that's where my name is again.
Excellent. Yeah.
So yes, these are the two books, not my solo, but I think a very good part of a bigger project, which I'm very happy, rather than just my single book.
Absolutely. I mean, those books never go out of print probably for years to come. If it's a single book, probably you never know. After some time, a lot of single books die down, without being reprinted or there. But in your case, I would definitely say that the projects which you are involved, these books will never run out of their circulation or reprints. Even after 50 years, probably someone will be picking up and reading your story there. So that's something which is very, very interesting, very nice. So, and all this when you are just entering 20s or in your early 20s, and that's something very great. Okay, and that's what I want you to talk about the gym which you are running right now.
Yes, so right now I am the co-founder of an emotional gym.
Emotional gym.
Yes, emotional gym. I get.
So you mean to say when I'm not good, when I'm crying, I can come to your gym and crying and do some exercises?
Yes, so this is one of the things that I get to hear all the time. Recently I was part of this one global pitch competition where we got as top 30 from top 100 startups, unique startups. So we were doing our pitches, and one lady asked that I like the concept, and in the beginning I had a similar reaction when you said the emotional gym. Am I supposed to go to the gym and cry or what?
Like, in the top MNCs, I have seen actually this. There is a room where there is a doll, kind of a life-size doll is put there, and you can go and put the name of any person, your boss or somebody there, and start hitting it.
Oh, no.
There's actually a room for that.
Oh my god. So it is, I think there are these, I think rage rooms or something. It's a concept, right, where you can go and break things. A lot of things are there, but this is not that, but a little bit similar. So an emotional gym is mostly for teenagers. Like, I think I started my journey by saying that I used to be a very confused teen, and I didn't have enough or the right kind of guidance, because see, the loud ones, they're people know them, right? Even if they need help or they're becoming aggressive or they're becoming rude, you can sense a change in their behavior. The quieter ones are the ones that it's a little difficult to understand, because everything is inside of them. There's a whole world inside them, and they're not able to express unless they are really close with people, and they don't let people enter that easily. And
Yes.
And as a ratio, there are more introverts than extroverts, if you see. So for me, I felt like, okay, I needed a combination of a parent and a friend. I don't want just a parent who will tell me, I told you so, or give me lectures, or not understand the context, because whatever going on with my age is only very age specific. It's difficult for a parent to come down to that mindset.
Right.
Similarly, as a friend, they can give me great advice, but that advice is still quite immature. It doesn't really solve my problem, right? So can there be a mixture of both, like a mature, friendly kind of a person? That's exactly what a coach is. So
Yes.
I felt the need, and I think that need really didn't get over, because everywhere around, specifically right now when schools are haphazard, everything is online.
Yeah.
Teenagers have so much more exposure than we did, and I think it's an ever-growing stream. With every generation, they're gonna get smarter. They will have more resources.
True. Exposure also is very high.
Absolutely, but the knowledge or the wisdom to use those properly will not be there with their age. It's gonna take time. It takes till 24 to actually have that brain maturation. So what do you do till then? You don't listen to your parents. You don't
Correct.
want to. They're not that cool, and your friends are very. They land you in trouble mostly if you see. So
True.
where do you go with your with your ideas or with the problems with your situation, even though however small it is? You go to an emotional gym. You meet
Yeah.
other people. You meet your other set of teens who are really really open to talk about such ideas, right? I mean,
Yeah.
see, even girls, they're easy to talk to. They'll go and talk to their other girlfriends or whatever. But boys, it's not
Mm.
even a norm to talk about their feelings, because we often hear ladki hai kya if a boy is crying, right? So but I mean, he has emotions too.
Mm.
Where is he gonna go? So we want
Absolutely.
to make this a cool thing that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to be hurt. Not everybody is the same. So that's an environment that we're trying to build through this gym.
Excellent. Excellent. I mean, when I'm listening to you, it sounds very nice. It sounds very soothing. I missed being in a gym like this when I was in my teens. Though I was an extrovert, but yes, I could not cry in the middle out there. And if I had to cry as a boy, I had to go and lock up myself somewhere in the bathroom or the bedroom and then cry. And I mean, that's I understand. I understand from where you're coming. So, how do people get into this? If somebody wants to get into your gym, or you have it in online, or how does that happen?
So yeah, it is an online format. We earlier did have a physical setting where, because of course the aura, there's a lot of aura exchange when you meet people physically.
True.
But because of the lockdown, in a positive on the positive side of things, we were able to reach students from literally from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. We have students all across,
Wonderful, wonderful.
and abroad as well. We have from US, we have from UAE, we have from South Africa. So whoever timelines match with ours in a way.
Yeah,
And it's you just need to have a internet connection and a laptop or a mobile phone, which I think now everybody has, thanks again to the
absolutely.
lockdown. But more than that, you need to have an open mind and an open heart, and to be like, it's gonna feel a little uncomfortable because it's very new. Like,
Hmm.
you were also saying the concept is new, you don't know, the teens are not used to this. But it just takes us not even half an hour to make them feel at home. We just tell them,
Excellent.
you come and attend one session. You don't even have to talk. You don't even have to turn your cameras on. Just observe.
Hmm.
And within a couple of minutes, they get the feeling of being at home. And our other teens make them feel like that. It's not us. It's the entire tribe. The community we're building.
Excellent, excellent idea, excellent thought. I have not heard about this. At least, I mean, I'm not sure if such kind of things exist across anywhere in the globe, but at least not that I have come across. And this is a wonderful concept. Most of the teens must attend some of these things, is what I believe. And you have a website or a
Yes,
channel or something like
we
that?
do. We do. So
Yeah.
it is. You can just go online and search emotionalgym.in, and you will land on our website and every other
Emotional uh, gym dot,
gym.in.
that
In.
is emotional gym dot in.
Yes.
Okay, one word. So Sonali, it's been a great journey from what I have been speaking to you. Yes, you are infectious. The moment I keep talking to you, I would definitely love to keep talking to you. And now I can understand how the youngsters relate when you are talking about that emotional gym. And you are infectious, and definitely when they see you, and they happily connect from whatever emotion they are in. So I would recommend, I will definitely promote this gym to a lot of my known contacts and people. And really, really had a nice time talking to you, Sonali. Coming from the Kolkata Bholabashe to Namma Bengaluru, and in between a stopover at Amchi Mumbai. Okay, you have done everything within this short time which you had with you. You have seen the Mumbai rains, and then you've flown back to Bengaluru. Uh, a lovely journey. Sonali, Datta, the river, which endless river, which keeps on flowing. And I am happy that I met you in an online platform where you are the wonderful host, a lovely host at that, who keeps people engaged. And if you want to connect to Sonali, what is your Instagram or
Yes,
Facebook?
sure. So first of all, thank you so much. I think that was a very beautiful ending, and I'm really honored to be here and be sharing my story with you and your audience, of course. Um, it's been definitely a great journey, and of course, it's still proceeding. So, welcome to one and all who would want to be a part of it. Whether they would want to connect to me for any help, or want to be part of the gym, or want to call me for events and stuff. Although, yeah, speaking of hosting, I am moving to a new chapter. I am starting off my very own talk show.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something which is a new thing. I think this is the first platform I've openly announced it. So work is going
Excellent.
on for the ideation part of it. But yes, I would like all the support from, of course, you, sir, and the audience listening. All your love and support for to make that a success. Do not
Yeah.
worry, when I'm there, it will be anything but boring. And yes, speaking of connecting to me, they can find me on Instagram. It is the Sonali Datta, and
The Sonali Datta.
yes, the Sonali Datta, and
Mm-hmm.
they can just connect with me. And everything else is, again, it's one platform. You can go ahead, and from there on, you can branch out to my Facebook, YouTube, whatever.
Right. The Sonali Datta, if listeners who are listening to this wonderful conversation with a young girl who has flown from Calcutta, flown in the sense literally traveled from Calcutta, having done whatever she wanted to do there, and then exploring the opportunities in the other cities and coming out of her comfort zone, and in the non-comfort zone making herself a name in the internet and in this city of Bengaluru. So a lot more to talk to her, but for now 30 minutes is too long for a listener. I do understand that. So if you listen so far, thank you, and we will keep coming back again and again. So once again, thank you, Sonali, for all this wonderful talk, and I hope you find your love soon and go back to your parents and introduce him. And I wish you all the best and happy life ahead. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, and all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonali. Bye-bye.